Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dungeons and Drams, the show where many of your favorite whiskey tubers join together and play some D&D. So, tonight we are back after a couple of weeks hiatus, and we are in Erngor Zuek, the dwarven mining town. But before we get into all of that, let's talk about who we are, what we're playing, and what we're drinking. Adriana, let's start with you today.
Okie doke. I am out of town, so I picked up a bottle of Knob Creek, obviously, while I'm here. So that's what I'm drinking, and that's all I'm going to be able to drink for
That's wonderful.
2 weeks. So, and I am playing TaLin halfling that's not so stout, ranger, and she has an enormous dog that's the best thing ever. So, Clifton,
Dog
what
name.
are you?
Dog named Booker.
You throw it over to me?
Okay.
Hello, I'm Clifton. My channel
Yeah.
is Bourbon Bites. I am playing Knobolas, the half-elf warlock, who finds himself half-naked, at least most. And rye. This is the Oloroso Sherry Cask. I also have the 10 here. I might move to if we get to some serious-ish tonight, but start with this one.
Nice.
Throw it over to you, Ed.
Cool. Well, I am Ed. I play Agnomeio Banderas, the halfling fighter. And tonight I'm drinking a Evan store local barrel pick from a liquor store over here. It's the cast strength barrel pick. And then the main reason I got it was because they called it Shelter from the... And that's my old wine and spirits director boss as Bob Dylan. So I thought
That's
that
awesome.
was great.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool. How about you, Jason?
All right. So Jason.
So I am Jason from the Master Drum. Tonight I am sipping something different, which I just ordered the other day. Someone told me, hey, this is really good stuff. So it's a handcrafted rice whiskey out of JT Mellick.
Oh.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I have not.
Rice whiskey?
A rice
I've
whiskey's got some pretty nice color to it.
That is some pretty nice color. Is it natural, though? Do you know?
Yeah, barrel aged 4+ years. This is a single cast strength, 119.4 proof.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I haven't dove into the. This is rice from grain to glass. So yeah,
Okay.
This is all their own stuff. It's kind of cool.
Wow.
Nice.
Use
I
rice whiskey. I think there's a couple brands. The idea is that I forget the names of them, but there's a couple of ones that I've had before. That's definitely an interesting thing. I've never heard of an American
I love
one.
you could see the hidden lobster or crawfish in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
JT Mellick.
So,
All right.
Oh.
yeah. So I play the dark one, Alessio Morte, who, as you come to find, almost dies every episode thanks to our dungeon master.
Is it my fault or is it your fault?
Definitely most of the time. It's Jason's gonna go off in a corner. Guess what? There's some snakes over there that you can't kill.
Where would you be if you were a snake? Are you going to be out where you could get stepped on, or are you going to be in the corner?
Jason goes out, over this log, and oh look, there's a giant octopus that swallows his ass up.
I got to keep it interesting for you, Jason. By the way, congrats on the overturned results on Matt Madness the other night. I was there for
that was interesting.
I was there for the end of it, and I was a little sad that you didn't move on. But then it was nice seeing the video the next day. I was like, Jason, yeah, go. So awesome.
Yeah, it was kind of a wave of, that sucks. Didn't get to the finals, so close. And then, hey, you made it to the finals. What? So, so
yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
It makes me realize, had I done better, I still would. So you guys are very good at what you're doing.
Name.
So.
It is hard.
Awesome. So I am drinking the Ardbeg Heavy Vapors Committee release tonight. I picked this up the other day at one of those allocated whiskey kind of events. Actually, it was the second time around that I grabbed it. The first time around, I got the Hypernova, which I'll also probably be drinking tonight because I'm definitely in an Ardbeg mood. And I'm drinking out of a very special Ardbeg weird glass. So, I figured I'd skip the Glencairn tonight and try something strange. So I got this years ago, and it doesn't do
very
anything.
Dwarven, is this Dwarven inspired?
Yes, it's a goblet. Yes, sort of.
Yeah. It's kind of like got that smoky brown.
I just mean all the Ardbeg and
smoky.
Yeah, it's like it's this green as the bottle. It's a little hard. Well, not quite the same, but it's close.
similar.
Yeah, the color on camera isn't doing it justice, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I haven't used it much, but it's fun to use. Anyway, so real quick, Clifton, do you want to thank our patrons? You good with that? Do you have the list? If not,
I would love to thank our patrons. Thank you for throwing it over to me without any kind of warning whatsoever.
Oh, no problem.
Let's see here.
Our patrons, such as
time. If you have it,
yeah, no problem.
you have it.
So just real quick, want to thank our patrons who actually a big part of the patronage that we get here are a couple of things. Number one, let me buy some books for all kinds of fun ideas, but also a lot of the AI generated artwork that you see on stream comes directly from the patrons' generous donations. So definitely consider joining. There's all kinds of background or behind the scenes kind of extra content. If you're enjoying the campaign, you'll learn some more about the world that we're creating here. So those patrons are Mike, Steve, Tony Two Toes, EJ, James Taylor, David, Martin Lewis, and Scott MC. So thank you guys for your help and your patronage. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We also have a couple of shirts, themed for the channel. You can find a link down in the description if you're interested in checking that out. Lastly, something that I keep forgetting to mention at the beginning of these episodes is that I'd love you guys to help us to name the episodes. I think it's kind of a fun way for you to be interactive. So if something happens during the episode that you find interesting, just throw out the name, and I'll go back through the chat and check it out later. But always struggling to name these things, and I think it'd be fun to do it together.
God.
Hey, quick thing. Did we ever get any? Did we get some artwork that was, submitted for?
The animal?
No,
the wolf
with the chainsaw legs.
What was it?
The chainsaw wolf.
It's
Flying
chainsaw legs.
Yeah, chainsaw wolf.
It's flying chainsaw wolf with 3 heads and chainsaws for feet. Yes. So I will
anyone
say,
submitted any artwork for that yet?
no, although I did try to generate some through the AI stuff, and I'll tell you, I think that's too much for computers to imagine. So
Too much to handle. We've outwit the AI.
yeah, they don't understand the
AI
idea
can't
of
handle
flying using chainsaws as your feet. I suppose
Well,
that's
this should be a lesson to everybody. When the AI rises up to take over the universe, all we have to do is fight like a
Chainsaw wolves.
yeah, chainsaw wolves.
They won't know what hit him.
Chainsaw wolves.
That's how we defeat AI.
Nice. All right, so Ed,
Somebody write that
you're good with your camera at this point?
I hope so.
I hope so. Awesome. All right, well, let me give you guys a little recap of what happened last time, because it's been a couple of weeks, and I'm sure that we need a little refresher. So, when last we saw our heroes, they had arrived in the dwarven mining city of Erngor Zuak, the Shadow of the Mountain, with intent on booking passage aboard the airship, the Jewel in the Mountain's Crown. They were met at the gates by Drog Strongbeard, a dwarf from the Ironheart clan, where they learned a little about the city and its denizens, including the Ironheart's penchant for riding grizzly bears into battle. They also learned that the airship doesn't leave for a couple of days, and were pointed towards the Silver Sweet Inn, a high-end inn within the Silverhammer clan's quarter. There they met the owner, Hilda Stonefist, a lady dwarf with a long beard with little bows tied in it. They booked rooms, changed out of their armor, and they went to the baths. Most were uneventful, but Knobolas had a visitor, a familiar-looking green quasit who tried a couple of times to put Knobolas to sleep, but he was able to fight it off. Frustrated, the quasit disappeared. When a man came knocking at Knobolas' door, Knobolas demonstrated his skills in the art of seduction and drove away the stranger. However, this misplaced flirtation was met with a secret note passed to him with the name of 3 locations in the area, namely brothels, the Amazing Chest, the Come Right Inn, and the Open Purse. The group ate dinner and then were heading out for the night. Alessio said that he wanted to go out solo later tonight, but at the moment you are all still together in the main hall of the Silver Suite Inn. Couple of events that you found out about is pretty soon, like in say about an hour, is going to be an event at the Bearhold in the Iron Quarter, where they're going to be hosting a bear riding competition, and yeah, so that's happening, as well as a few other points of interest within the city. So let's go ahead and bring up our screen of Erngor Zurich. All right.
Is the bear riding like rodeo type thing?
Very similar to a rodeo, yes. So and there's some rules around that. So if you guys decide that you want to do that, so give me just a sec. Sorry, this is.
I was gonna say we know Agnomeio wants to freaking do some bear riding.
You know he's gonna ride a rodeo.
Who doesn't want to ride a?
Yeah.
What kind of bears be talking though?
Well, somehow the bear's gonna steal it and try to kill me. You know that, right?
Specifically just you.
You gotta put a hat on. You have to put a hat on the bear.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. As Alessio was watching, rooting on his friend, his brother in Rapier, the bear looks at him and slashes his head off.
I don't understand. The bears have never left before.
And the bear has an extra attack.
Of course he does. Yes, all the multi-attacks.
His head for the extra attack.
Each paw, boom, 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 boom.
It's like a speed bag.
It's Alessio's dark head.
It's getting darker and darker.
I was gonna say the bruises don't even show. He's so dark. All right. Anyway, so at the moment, you guys are still within. You're still within the Silver Suite Inn. You've just finished up your food. Agnomeio had purchased you all a bottle of Glendraconic whiskey, and you've been sharing that among each other.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So what would you like to do?
Well,
Are we drunk enough to go bear riding?
I think I have. I don't even need alcohol to want to jump on a large tree.
Fantastic.
I wonder if there's something we can do to pass some time before then.
This certainly is.
How much time do you need to come on in or the open purse?
Well, I want to do a little bear riding myself. You know what I mean? Honestly.
Is that going to be at the arena or at one of the other places?
Y'all don't know about that. That was a secret note handed to me. So
of a
I
type.
think I'll wait till.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's probably a bit early in the day for that type of adventure, right, Bill?
Yeah. So actually, inside this the Silver Suite Inn, there are windows, and you could see actually one of them. This is a very nice place, and it actually has one of the only views within Erngor Zurich of the front gates, and you could see that the sun is just maybe about to start setting.
Cool.
Gotcha.
We got another. I mean, do we want to kind of wander around the city, get our bearings, and
Sure.
Yeah, maybe
You know,
I wonder if there's a
since
place
we have an
that-
hour to make our ways over to the arena?
Yeah, since the sun's going down, I wonder if there's like any shops or anything we should check out before they close.
Okay.
That's
Sure.
a good. That,
Do you want to do a drinking game before heading to ride bears?
oh,
That's a
this
fun
is
option.
this is a fun twist. I like that.
Can we not do a
There
drinking
are-
game on the way to the shop? Because there are rules about drinking in public. This is like what era are we in?
Ooh.
Like surely that's allowed.
Well, so it's a dwarven
Yeah,
city,
right?
so I would guess I would say it's a
drink a
safe
lot.
wager that drinking is probably okay.
Yeah. Sweet. So walk and drink?
Walk and drink. All right. So you guys head back outside of the Silver Suite Inn, and you'll remember that a lot of the light in this place is mostly red to try to kind of keep your nighttime vision. So it also gives kind of a strange glow to a lot of these buildings, and you notice that even here in the Silver Hammer Clan Quarter, a lot of the buildings have this like a silver inlay that's reflected by the red light. It actually looks really, really cool. As you're checking this out, this rather shady-looking dwarf walks up to you, and he followed you out of the Silver Suite Inn. And he kind of pokes you in the back, Alessio, and he says, I hear you guys are looking to play some games. And he pulls out a little bag of dice. I've got some games that we could play if you'd like.
Well, lucky for you, we're pretty good with dice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
right.
is it unlucky? Or is it
Kind of a
unlucky for you?
Well, he says, I've got a couple of games. We could play the Goblin's Gambit, or we could play a game I call 12. Goblin's Gambit, I'll just explain it. So Goblin's Gambit is a game where you roll 2d6, and you win if you get either a 7 or a 12. If you don't, you can double your bet, and you roll an additional 1d6 and add it to your previous roll to try to get a 7 or a 12. So you basically can double your bet to try to win instead of lose. The other one is basically 21, except you're trying to hit 12, and you roll 2d6. So if you'd like to play, you're totally welcome to.
I like
Otherwise,
simple.
You like simple?
I say 12 sounds simple, but yeah.
12? Yeah, I honestly...
Yeah, Blackjack 12.
All right, they're both pretty simple, but totally, we'll play. All right, he says, all right,
This one sounded like math was involved, so I got a little nervous.
Sure. He says...
Brown Clown 12?
Sure, why not? So he says, all right, we'll play 12. Go ahead. So who's going to play? You can all play at the same time if you'd
I'll
like
play.
to.
Yeah, I'll give
right.
it a go. Why not? I don't want to be left out.
Is there like a minimum bet or?
So he says minimum
Colin's
bet.
going to watch around before she jumps in.
Sure, he says minimum bet is five gold. You can go up to 50. If you win, you double your money. If you lose, I get your money.
Oof.
Wait, you get
Just
double our
rolled
money?
on red 33.
So tell me, would you guys like to play? And what are you betting?
Yeah, I'm playing. I'm betting 10.
Okay.
I'm betting 25. I'm betting 25.
All right.
Damn,
Let's
you're
see,
loaded.
25. All right. Anomio or TaLin, you said that you're watching. Anomio, are you going to play or no?
Why not? I will also put five gold in.
All right. Excellent. All right, so I'd like you all to roll 2d6. Roll them bones.
Wait, two d6s?
Correct. All right, so Knobolas, you have a 7. Anomio, you have a 4. That you rolled a 1d6 plus 2. Try again, Alessio.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
That's
there
all
we
right.
go.
So 2d6. There you go.
There we go.
All right, so you got a 9. So 7, 4, and 9. So you can hit or you can stay. He's going to end up rolling himself, but it's completely up to you guys whether you want to or not. He basically rolls last.
All right.
Oh, so we have to decide.
Yeah, it's slightly different than 21, but you decide when you're comfortable
Okay.
ending,
will-
and then he rolls.
Shoot.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna stay.
I'm gonna stay as well.
All
I'm
right.
hitting, so. Ooh.
All right. So
All right,
Anomio,
so
you
I'm at
you have a 9.
9.
All right. So Knobolas
Oh,
is
I'm
at.
sorry. Wait, sorry. I didn't understand the rules. Are we only rolling 1d6 for the next one versus 2?
Correct. Sorry. I
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't want to stay.
So I just posted the rules in the chat too, just so you guys can kind of check them out at your own leisure.
Okay.
All right.
So can I roll a d6?
Yeah, if you'd like to, but if you go over 12, then that's bust. So
You bust.
I gotcha.
you got?
Oh,
all right, so
Okay.
he reaches over and he takes your 10 gold. Okay. So right now, Alessio and Anomio, you guys are still in. Are you staying or are you stopping?
I'm staying.
I'm gonna stay.
Okay. So what are your totals, real quick, while I roll?
I have a 9.
And I have a 9.
All right. So he rolled an 8 on his first, so he's going to roll another d6.
Bust.
Come on.
Let's see. He got a 10.
Oh.
So you both got a 9.
Oh.
You said.
Yep.
All right. So he looks real happy. He says, like, thank you for playing. Would you like to try again?
No, screw you with your
I'll
weighted
go-
dice.
I'll begin and just have 5 then.
Yeah. No, I am not done. I want to make my money back.
All right. he says, all right, just for you, if you'd like, we could up the ante a little bit. I just recently came into some money. So it's up to you.
Yeah, we know.
What would you like to wager?
I'm going down. I'm only doing 5 this time. I'm like trying to get my money back.
All right. So Knobolas, you're betting 5. All right.
Yeah.
Agnomeio?
I will take you up on that, my stuff. 10.
10. TaLin, would you like to play?
TaLin thinks this guy's too shady. She's not playing.
Sure. All right. So go ahead and roll your 2d6,
Questions.
and let's see.
You described him as shady.
I did. Well, he followed you out of an inn and then poked you in the back. I don't really necessarily know how else you would describe the guy.
Exactly.
Oh wow, we both rolled.
Can we do
low.
a perception check?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to see if go ahead and roll an insight, TaLin, because you specifically didn't play the first game, so I'll let you roll with advantage, because you were keeping your eye on him.
Oh, sweet.
And Knobolas and Agnomeio, if you guys would like to roll again, go ahead while she's doing her thing.
I will roll again.
Same.
Yeah. Here goes my mom.
Ooh, Agnomeio, nice.
Why not?
Yeah.
So-
Ooh,
Agnomeio-
I'm at 7 again. Do I? Fuck it. I'm doing it. I'm gonna roll again. Okay. Okay.
Oh, she.
Oh, wow.
Natty
Alright.
20.
Nice. All right. Knobolas, so you've got a. What do you have?
That's random thing.
11.
11.
Awesome. All right, so we've got a 2 11s actually.
Ooh.
11.
All right, so he's gonna roll his 2d6 and then we'll resolve your thing, TaLin. So he rolled an 8, 1d6. He's gonna roll another one. Let's see how he does. He got a 10, which means he's gotta roll one more time. He's got to go until he either busts. Ooh, he got an 11. All right, but he has to go until he either busts or so he's got to roll one more time, and he got another 1. Oh my god. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys aren't. I just realized you guys aren't actually seeing what I'm rolling, but whatever. I'm sure you trust me. So I rolled an 8, a 2, a 1, and a 1. So he got.
I don't believe this one, but TaLin, what do you see?
Told you he was shady.
What do your relevant
That
eyes
seems a
see?
little suspicious.
All right, so
Seems very advantageous.
So with your natural 20, although he is a little bit of a weird-looking guy, he seems to be on the up and up, or at least you didn't notice any sort of sleight of hand. The dice landed the way that they did.
Okay.
All right,
Can
so
we still mug him and get our money back?
you're welcome to do whatever you'd like.
No, I'm good.
All right, so he takes 10 gold from Agnomeio and 5 gold from Knobolas, and he's looking a little sad, and he's like, feeling a little guilty, I suppose. He kind of took all your money, but he says, "Would you guys like to play again?"
Why?
Yeah, no, you're right. I realized after I said, I'm like, he wouldn't look sad, like he's trying to make money. So
Yeah.
he says, "How would you guys
He's having
like
a
to?"
good night with these.
He says, "Would you like to try Goblin's Gambit instead? It seems like 12 might not be your game."
You know what? Yes, I would. I would very much like to try it.
All
I
right.
am out. I'm over these goblin games. I'll leave it to you.
I'll play this one.
Okay, so the way that we play this game is you roll 2d6. You win if you get a 7 or a 12, and if you don't, you can double your bet and roll one more d6, and you add it to your previous total, trying to hit 7 or 12. So this one doesn't involve him rolling at all. It just involves you betting. So what are you guys betting?
I will bet 5 gold.
All right.
I
So you
will
go.
bet 8 gold.
8 gold pieces. All right. Cool. Go ahead and roll your 2d6.
Okay.
Big.
All right. There's a 6 for Agnomeio,
Come on, baby.
and there's a 9. So unless you choose
Oh.
to double your bet and roll again, then
Oh, in
Fuck
for
it.
penny,
You
in
only
for
live
pound.
once. Let's. Yeah.
love it, Agnomeio.
Double or nothing.
Okay. All right. So TaLin, you're up to 16 gold. Agnomeio, you're up to 10. Go ahead and roll another dice. And Agnomeio, you're trying to get either a 1 or, let's see, you got a 9. TaLin, you went way over. Right? Yeah. Oh no, you only roll one d6.
No, I got a
TaLin.
7.
You you roll 1d6. You double your bet and then you
Yeah,
roll one
yeah,
additional
total.
d6. So roll 1d6, TaLin.
Oh, but so it's not like on that
Oh.
roll. It's added to the previous roll.
Correct.
I thought it was
Okay.
another try, basically, at
Yeah.
getting 7
No,
or 12.
if you
Yeah.
don't, you can double your bet and roll 1d6 and add it to your previous total. So, all right. So roll 1d6.
So I
TaLin.
have 1 out of 6 odds to get the 12 that I need.
It's up to you.
Seems unwise.
You haven't rolled yet, so
Highly
it's
doubt
completely
this
up
is
to
gonna
you
work,
whether you'd like to or
but
not.
screw it. And I rolled a 3.
Just like
Wait,
real
that's a
casino.
12.
Oh, wait, is that? So
Wait,
you had
what?
9?
12?
Yeah, 9 plus 12.
9.
All right, awesome.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah. All right. So he
Won.
hands you back 16 gold. Well, so
Thank
you
you.
keep your own 16, and then he hands you an additional 16. And he says, he says, "Good job, whatever the hell he called you."
Lassie?
I don't know. I don't know what the heck. I'm like, that's so cliche. I didn't want to call you Lassie, but yeah, that was absolutely what I was going for. Anyway, he says, nice job, and all right. Would you like to play some more, or would you? Is there anything? We're getting to be friends here, so we're playing a little back and forth. Is there anything you'd like to know? Any questions you have about the city? So I'm a businessman. I'm on the up. I don't want you guys thinking I'm some shady character. Like I'm on the up and up here.
No, you seem legit. I rolled a 20 earlier, so you seem legit.
Oh, I'm very very legit.
If you were gonna,
Absolutely.
if you were, say, my size or Agnomeio's size, which bear would
I would
you
be
recommend?
I would be shorter than I
Is
am.
there?
What?
Yeah. Even shorter. Are there any bears you recommend?
Oh, And he looks at you, Agnomeio. He says, "For you, I would typically say the brown bear. I mean, sorry, the black bear. That's what the children, the children dwarves, they typically ride that. But you seem like a stalwart warrior. I would suggest either the brown bear or the grizzly."
Oh, I like the sound of the grizzly.
Now, as far as you, TaLin, or sorry, he doesn't know you. As far as you, I see that the saddle on your dog there is he? Are you used to riding?
Yeah, I'm very experienced at riding.
Here's a tip I would give you. If you decide to ride the brown bear, which is what I would suggest. And he's gonna whisper something in your ear that is a bit of a tip, and I'm going to give you an advantage if you go into the rodeo. You're gonna have advantage on one of the skill checks that I'm gonna give you. Actually, you as well, Agnomeio, since you were part of this. He's gonna give you guys a little bit of a flair that he knows the judges like.
Oh,
Okay.
All right. Since I figure you paid me for my time, so I give you a little tip.
Oh,
I mean, I paid too.
hey, shush.
What kind of bear do you
This is a
recommend
short
I
people
ride?
meeting.
I mean,
Get
I
outta
already
here.
know what
Yeah,
kind of bear I ride.
exactly. This is for like 5 feet and shorter, okay?
5
Hey,
feet and
Agnomeio,
under.
I don't
Ask
know.
him
How
what's
tall's a
the-
dwarf?
Hey, Agnomeio, ask him what the best shots.
It's a good. Are the best deals? Where are the best dwarven crafts?
Oh, well, if you wanted some, it depends on if you're looking for like jewelry, or if you're looking for magic items, or if you're looking for some good steel. The Silverhammer quarter here, we've got a really good like armor at the Shimmering Anvil. You can go there, you get some nice armor. If you want some magic items, you can go up to the Platinum Weave quarter, and there's a few places up there. There's the Silver Spindle, which is they are known for weaving magical thread through your already existing armor, and it will give you a little advantage on whatever you want. Then, as far as the Goldbeard clan, if you go to the Golden Market, you can find all kinds of jewelry.
Very cool. Wow.
And the Ironhold, I mean, if you're looking for like a battle axe or something with an edge, the Ironheart clan is probably where you want to go.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, question: while he's like distracted with this, is there any way I could try to do a little sleight of hand and see if I can maybe get some of my gold back off of him?
Absolutely. So here's what I'm going to do. I love that you asked this question. So we're going to work together to make this work. How much money did you lose? It looks like you lost 20 plus. It looks like you lost
25.
30 gold. Oh,
yeah,
25.
30.
25. Okay. Either way.
Okay, 20.
How
I
much
think
would
25 is right. Yeah.
How much would you like to try to get back?
Just the 25. Nothing too crazy.
You're going to try to get 25 gold back? All right. If you would like to do that, I will let you roll sleight of hand against his perception check, which I will roll in secret, and you will find out what happens. But I'm totally for you doing this, but I want you to understand that you're in a city, and if you get caught, it could be a problem. But it's totally up to you. I'm not trying to warn you. I'm 100% just making sure you understand.
I'm immediately regretting this decision. Okay.
Man, if you go to dwarf jail, I am not bailing you out.
Right? Freaking tall
Right.
people. Like,
Do
y'all
I
can't
get
be
advantage because
trusted.
he's distracted by this conversation?
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are like,
I think that's okay. You know what? Because he's talking to the shorts. Natural 20.
exactly.
All right. I am going to roll just in the chance that he also rolls a natural 20. Perception. He rolled a 2. So
Oh man, I should have went for $200. Why
so-
25?
So
Dang, right?
while he's actually, so it's while he's describing the special thing that you could try to do on the bear, he's kind of like going like, "Ah," you know, and you're just behind him, and you kind of fish your hand. He hasn't actually put the money away in his bag yet, and you kind of just grab 25 gold off the table. All right,
Nice.
with a natural 22, like he absolutely will not notice this.
Okay, well,
Nice.
I'd like to
Awesome.
thank you for your great information, sir, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right, he looks up at you. He's like, "Hey, thanks for the gold. Yeah, no problem. And good luck at the bear rodeo." All right,
Where we are going, we
So-
don't need luck.
nice. All right,
Like, no, thank you for the gold. Okay.
yeah, that was bold.
I feel like
Knobolas.
as-
I'm impressed.
I feel like as Agnomeio and I walk forward, we're playing like a game of like, take a drink and then try to bounce around on one leg, avoiding the cracks in the steps. Take another drink.
Awesome.
Albert would not have done that if it wasn't for the pre-gaming that we just did in the inn.
That's awesome. Yeah, well, considering the floor is made, it's like a cave floor. There's a lot of cracks, so you guys are looking a little silly, but
Yeah.
you're doing a good job.
Look,
All right.
you got to pregame if you're about to go ride a bear. Okay,
Right.
so
You don't ride bears sober. Come.
Yeah. So to the southwest, you start hearing a little bit of a commotion, and you notice that people are starting to gather around in the Ironheart clan's quarter for the bear riding.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Right.
Let's go.
All right. So as you're walking over there, you guys notice that still up on the ceiling, like you noticed before, there's some of those kobolds. They're still cleaning the ceiling, and there's occasional just giant clumps of ash that fall down from the ceiling. They're falling a couple 100 feet, so hoping that they don't hit anybody specifically. But while you're looking up,
Alessio.
yeah, right, yeah, Alessio gets like ash just dropped on his head and he dies. So
poisonous ash.
just literally
I'm-
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm literally like climbing the iron tower and watching the bear thing because I don't want to go anywhere near it.
So, while you're looking up, you hear a large blast come from the north side of this cave, and you see a streak and a screaming person with this just fiery like jet trail behind them. They're basically flying through the air, and they're just "Ah!" like that, and then they land inside of the down into the pit. And you see, you guys are close enough to the pit that you see right before they land. They basically get enveloped in this giant white like air bubble, and then they bounce a couple times, and you keep looking for a minute, and you see a knife kind of cut its way out of there, and this little gnome comes running out and runs back up the steps and heads back up towards the Platinum Weave quarter.
Oh,
Bravo.
I would love to know what's
What in the
going on
fuck
with
just
that little
happened?
fella. We're gonna have to pay them a visit.
Right?
So, all right. Are you guys gonna continue heading towards the Bearhold?
Yes.
Very good.
That's bears first, tiny flaming men later.
Excellent. All right. So you head up to the Bearhold. You do not own any tokens. Fantastic. All right, I will fix that. Give me just 30 seconds. Token vision, go away. Cool. All right.
What are y'all drinking? I moved on to the Templeton 10-year.
I am still on the old.
Another rye, right?
I'm still trying to break down this crazy rice whiskey.
Yeah, how is that? What's up with
Go
that?
ahead.
I mean, if you gave this to me blind, I would never be like, this isn't bourbon. I mean, it is. I will say one thing. It's a lot sweeter than I thought it was going to be. This is like all caramel and brown butter and vanilla like all day long. I know that's like typical terms, but when you think of a rice whiskey, I was not thinking it was going to be sweet.
I'm trying to remember. There was a rice whiskey I had.
New charred oak, I assume.
It's got to be, or probably first fill bourbon, I would guess. If it's rice whiskey, so rice whiskey is freaking weird, right? Like a long time ago, I did a rice. I'm looking it up actually in the whiskey dictionary archives here.
Ohichi and Fukano are the ones that I've had.
Oh, I've had.
So I
yeah.
had one called Kikori, and it was trying to present itself as a Japanese whiskey before that was even like a big deal. 100% rice, blah blah blah. But yeah, they go with like a first fill bourbon cask to try to get any color whatsoever, which is probably what that whiskey's doing. That would be my guess anyway, especially with those tasting notes.
I'm talking like white chocolate sweet. It's sweet.
Wow.
Like,
That's
never would have thought, like, I don't know if you guys have had the brown rice whiskeys from like Jim Beam or anything like that. I mean, there's some sweetness there, but I actually got a little more savory out of those. This is just all vanilla, cream, white chocolate, little butterscotchy. I mean, a nice little spiciness to it. I don't know if it's spice or just the proof, but this thing is a man. If you got an inner fat kid, this is the one for you right here.
Oh, I got an outer fat kid. So all right. So thank you guys for that. So I took care of it. So let's see. As you guys walk up to the Bearhold, which is the common name for a number of different corrals that these bears are raised and trained in, you see that there's one that has quite a bit more activity in it. There's a number of dwarves gathered around. There's a couple of there's a small gnome that's sitting next to a couple of dwarves as well, and you do see a dwarf that you recognize. You saw him when you first walked in, and it's Drogue Strongbeard, and he's got a little bear next to him, that little tiny grizzly bear that you saw originally.
Oh,
so he notices you guys walk in, and he kind of waves to you a little bit. He says, "Oh, I'm glad you could make it. Me and little Grizz here, we've been waiting for you, hoping that you'd show up. You looked like you might be game for the bear riding." And you notice that Lil Grizz is actually wearing a little tiny iron plate armor that just goes over his shoulders, all four of his shoulders, and his chest.
Oh my God, she's dying.
And just because I absolutely want to show people this. That's what Lil Grizz looks like.
Oh,
that's so
cute. Come on, look how cute.
And this is why people should join the Patreon, so I can do more things like
That's
that.
ridiculous.
And so,
oh my God.
So,
his little paws.
So Lil
Can
Grizz
little
kind
Grizz come with us? Like,
of. Well, actually, so Lil Grizz actually
are
walks
he
over.
are he and Booker playing together?
I was just gonna say he walks over to Booker, and he's kind of like he'll roll over on his back and kind of like be a little bit submissive to Booker, but they're playing, they're having some fun unless you say otherwise.
Oh
Yes,
my God.
they're absolutely
That's
becoming.
really
This is
cute.
like a fox and a hound scenario. They are like cute buddies, but without the depressing stuff in between.
Are you thinking about being in the rodeo here?
Yes.
I guess.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If you win, can you like win little G?
Sorry, little Grizz is still being trained. I wouldn't feel right giving him away to anybody yet. But I've grown pretty fond of little Grizz, but you also don't make it as a warrior here, getting too attached to grizzly bears. So you come back in a couple of years when he's ready, we can talk. But as you guys are having your
Need to be fully
Weeing
trained.
like that.
as you guys are having your conversation, you hear there's a female dwarf. She comes kind of out of the stable here, and she walks towards the middle of the pen. She kind of walks past a couple of bears. There's a brown bear, a black bear, a grizzly bear, just kind of wandering around. And she introduces herself. She says, so what you see is a younger female dwarf. She's got a beard, and there are no bows in it, but there's these little metal beads kind of stringing multiple braids down her beard. She's wearing a lighter chainmail armor, and she's kind of walking with a confidence that's not really befit for somebody of her age. Like, maybe she's either well-trained or just overly confident. But either way, one thing that you notice about her chainmail that she's wearing, though, is that instead of being little tiny rings, I should say ringmail, they're actually, each one is an individual little face of a bear growling, and the jaws are kind of interlocked. So somebody paid a lot of money for her armor. Additionally, there's a number of scars across her face. And she says, "Hello, everybody! Tonight's a special night, as it's the 35th anniversary of the Goblin Wars, where the four clans banded together against the vile hobgoblin Drakver the Warlord, and defended the gates from the goblin hordes." And you hear everybody kind of cheer. And she says, "Aye, many men and women fell that day, but our grizzlies helped turn the tide by crushing their bones and eating their guts and stomping them into the ground." This gets a much bigger cheer. She says, "Ever since then, we've cut down the forest, cut down the goblins, and hosted the Festival of the Roaring Rampage. This year, we've got a very generous gift for the winner. A custom stitching from the Arcane Seamstress Emporium within the Platinum Weave Quarter." And she waves over to this red-headed dwarf who's kind of sitting over on the side here, to the south of you a little bit. She says, "Now, who among you is brave enough to saddle a bear and give it a ride?"
Well, I don't like
I have to
toot
tell
my
you-
own horn.
Anobi would definitely be the one going first. Also, I got distracted halfway as I scrolled down on the bear picture, so I didn't see all of them. And so, as you were talking, I did, and I lost my shit when I saw his little paws. His little paws. This is so...
I'll post that picture in the Discord later, so just so everybody can enjoy it. But
And
anyway,
also,
yeah.
can I I'll ask them later about cubs that aren't good for training and could be called Little Booker or Little Buck.
So she looks around. She looks around. She says, "Is nobody brave enough to come ride one of these bears?"
Oh,
Oh, Anomi is on.
you are asking.
Are we doing it all at the
about
same time or
bravery.
separately?
It'll be one at a time.
None is braver than Agnomeio. And none is as stupid as Agnomeio either. Let's ride.
So she walks up. And she
TaLin likes to observe first and then see.
So,
yeah.
so for the sake of armor and whatever else, I'm going to say before you guys left the inn that you put on all of your armor, you got your weapons, whatever else, you carried all of that stuff with you. Unless you tell
Knobolas
me,
is still totally nude. I'm just kidding.
Knobolas is just free balling all over this place.
I was going to say, of all the people here, you're the only one that would be totally fine without armor. So, but anyway, so she walks over to you, Agnomeio, and she grabs you by the hand, and she holds you up, and she says, "We've got our first brave warrior here. So, tell me, little one, are you gonna ride Inky Paws, the little black bear here? Are you gonna ride Thunder Paws, the grizzly? Or are you gonna ride Earthshaker, the brown bear?"
I never back down from a giant beast. Give me thunder paws.
Big
Awesome.
G.
All right.
Boy.
So she looks down. She leans down to you and she kind of whispers. She's like, "Have you ever ridden a bear before? And don't lie, because I can give you some hints."
Never.
Never. Excellent. So here's what you do.
Like that.
Is it anything like that? Is that what you said?
I've ridden a bull.
Is it anything like
Oh,
riding a bull?
Okay. It's very similar, except much sharper teeth. So what you want to do? You're gonna get on the bear. You're gonna hold on, and if you fly off, you're gonna run and jump over the fence.
Yeah, okay.
And you're gonna
Seems like it.
and you're gonna hope it's not hungry. All right. And she walks over to Thunderpaws here, and she says, "Would you like some help getting up?"
No one helps a gnome.
All right.
Well, except when we ask for it, but not right now.
Excellent. All right, so Thunderpaws, she kind of grabs, she pets Thunderpaws a little bit, and he's making little bear noises, and she holds him by the neck while you climb up on the back. So the rules for this are a little bit complicated, so I'm just going to tell you guys what to roll, and then you do it, and we'll go from there. So, she looks up at you. She says, "Are you ready to go?"
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am. All right. And she smacks Thunderpaws on the ass. So here's what I'd like you to do. Roll a strength save for me, please.
Yes, sir.
Oh boy.
All right. I'm going to change this to be visible so you can see. So, awesome. So you rolled a 19 and Thunderpaws rolled a 10, which is good. All you got to do is beat it. So I'm going to roll essentially a roll every time. You're going to roll a save. And then if you succeed, you tell me how you make it look good. So,
okay.
So you come right out the gate. She smacks him on the ass. He starts running around in circles and kind of just not happy that something's on its back. But you hold on.
Yes. I will grab him by the scruff of the neck, one hand up in the air. Woo!
Awesome. All right, up next, you're going to roll an athletics check for me, please.
Okay.
Athletics, interesting.
All right. Wow, Thunderpaws is rolling like shit. So, all right. So you roll a 15 for your athletics check against his dexterity saving throw of 4. So he starts kind of just like he's rolling on his side and he's trying to like kind of get you off, but your leg is pinned, but you're holding on. This is
I want to do like
Yep.
like the barrel rider. Like switch sides, so the leg that's pinned, I want to like flap over to that side and ride him from the side for a little while. Like
Perfect. Awesome. Yes, absolutely you do. And the crowd starts cheering. They love it. And last, so this will be the final move here. So Thunderpaw gets back up on his feet and he starts just spinning around in a circle like a whirlwind. But this is where you get to shine. You're gonna make a performance check for me.
Not as good at this one.
Come on.
So with an 8, so as he's spinning around in a circle, you actually go flying off. But with
Wait,
the 8,
wait,
well,
hold
actually
on,
no.
though.
Yep. Go ahead.
Because I could risky whiskey it, couldn't I?
Or you'll remember because you're one of the short ones. That guy gave you advantage on one of your rolls.
Oh, there we go. Okay, well, I'll take the advantage.
Yes.
Yeah.
He whispered. He's like, when it starts doing the whirlwind, make sure you jump high.
Come on, baby.
Much better. All right.
Oh,
So a 15.
How's that?
A 15's much better. So you're going around in a circle. You're getting a little bit dizzy, but you jump high as you were told, and do a little flip. You land in a pose, and
Right. I want to
everybody's
do like the corkscrew thing, like.
awesome. And Thunderpaw actually with a 15, Thunderpaw doesn't realize that you had jumped off, so he's still spinning in a circle, and you look like you're totally in control of that bear. And the crowd goes wild. They cheer. They go, "Agnomeio, Agnomeio!" So even though they didn't know your name, they somehow recognize you. I don't.
Of course.
All right, awesome. And I would suggest fleeing your way out of the out of the.
And I just take off running.
Right. So Thora Ironheart, she comes out. She taps Thunderpaw on the backside, and he stops spinning. And she looks at him and she says, "You've embarrassed yourself, Thunderpaw. Get back into your pen." And he kind of sulks and goes back over to the pen.
Oh.
Oh, big baby.
All right, and she holds your hand, Agnomeio, and she says, "Everybody, Agnomeio Banderas." I'm gonna just assume she got your name. Awesome. Is there anybody else who would like to ride?
Public.
We've got the brown bear and we've got the black bear, Inky Paws. Nobody.
Okay.
TaLin, sorry, you there?
Let's do this.
The short one. All right, Booker kind of looks at you as you walk over, and he as if he should I follow you?
I tell Booker to keep playing with Lil G, that it's okay.
All right, and he does. Booker actually kind of jumps on top of little Grizz, and he's kind of just like, whatever. They're fighting over a bone that they randomly found. Maybe Booker was still holding it from forever ago. Either way, so Thora walks up to you and she goes, "All right, Lassie, what's your name?" She said Lassie this time. So what's your name? Tell the audience.
I am TaLin Creek.
And actually, so the redheaded dwarf in the bottom right, she recognizes you from when you were here before, and she kind of looks at you. TaLin, hey, nice to see you again.
I wait back.
So you had met her when you landed here before,
Okay.
while you were kind of browsing a couple of the shops. She is the owner of the place that I forget the name of, the Silver Spindle, which is the arcane thread clothier. So she says, "Thora, I would watch out for that one. She's gonna be great." And Thora says, "Okay, what would you like to ride? The black bear or the brown bear?"
I am going for Earthshaker.
Earthshaker, come here. Earthshaker kind of runs over and starts kind of nuzzling against Thora. And she says, "Now, have you ever ridden a bear before?"
I've not. I've ridden Mastiff for a good amount of time, but never a bear.
Oh, great. All right. It's not too dissimilar. They both have teeth. They both will try to get you off their back, but good luck. And she just kind of walks away, leaves you to get on the bear. All right. So yeah, so we'll just kind of go with that. So, all right.
I give him, by the way, as I walk up, I give him a little scratch behind the ears kind of thing, a little scritch as I come up to,
nice.
to jump on.
He kind of growls lowly. So, not sure if that's a good growl or not. But
It's
we'll
a
see.
happy growl. It's okay. It's a happy growl. His ears are still forward. It's fine.
All right, so Earthshaker. So you're sitting aboard, aboard, I guess. You're sitting on the back of Earthshaker. You're all aboard Earthshaker. So go ahead and roll a strength save for me, please.
All right. How's
All
about
right.
a 22?
No
I read the
problem.
numbers wrong. I was like, oh no, you did so bad.
So
I read
you
Earthshaker first.
So you get on the back of Earthshaker, and your hands are kind of behind his ears, and he's actually a little like, is she gonna keep scratching me? Is she not? And takes a little bit of time to kind of get going. With it rolled a 7 against your 22. This first round was quite easy for you to hold on, but you're also kind of a pro at riding on animals. But once Earthshaker realizes that you're on its back, and it doesn't really like it. So go ahead and roll a athletics check for me, please.
Athletics. Okie doke.
Oof, I'm rolling like crap tonight. Good, get these all out of the way. I still have to kill Alessio.
Oh.
I'm up in the
Save all
tower. I
the
ain't
good
coming
rolls
down.
for-
I'm up in the tower. I'm not coming down.
I'm calling it right now.
You're gonna save the rolls for the chainsaw bear.
Right, the chainsaw 3-headed werewolf. All right, so you rolled a 14 against his 4. So Earthshaker starts actually he's pounding his paws into the ground, which is kind of his thing, and he goes back up on his two legs and he's standing vertically right here, and you're holding on barely, but you're holding on. What are you doing to please the crowd?
Barely.
Ha.
So I'm holding on barely while he's up on his hind legs.
Yep.
And with one hand, I reach back and just spank his ass.
Nice.
Oh
so
my God.
so Earthshaker actually he kind of jumps a couple of times like that. And he walks ahead a few feet, and you're still holding on, and the crowd again, loving it. All right, last thing, you got to stick the landing. Now Earthshaker, his little move here is he is going to sit down on his butt, and then he's going to lay back and try to land on you. So I'd like you to roll performance, and then based off your performance roll,
What a dick.
tell me what happens.
Okay. I have a -1 for this, so. Come on.
A 7. All right, so
That's a
Earthshaker falls backwards.
But I get
and- Oh, yep, you're right, you do.
Oh, you do get.
Oh, the two.
Do I get my advantage?
You do. Go ahead.
One. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So one more normal roll. Come on, be better.
Yeah.
Much better.
Ooh!
Oh, that's
16.
good. A brown bear landing on a halfling probably not going to end well. All right, so with a 16,
be great.
so as he falls backwards, actually, you tell me. As he falls backwards, you're able to dodge. But tell me how you do this to please the crowd.
So I could tell that he was doing the rollback. Frickin' Booker likes to try and trick me with that all the time. Okay. So I immediately kind of swirl around the girth of the saddle so that I'm actually dancing like a little jig on his belly while he's on his back.
Awesome. So Earthshaker, having kind of stomped on the ground a bit, there's some dust in the air. He's doing his moves and everything, and as he falls backwards, the dust kind of settles, and everybody sees you just kind of laying on his belly, kind of scritching him, whatever, and they're like, "Holy crap! Where did she come from?" And I'd suggest you run back out before Earthshaker gets his wits about him. Now Thora kind of runs over.
While he's
and,
kind of like going like this on his back, I jump off and run away.
Excellent. So Thora comes over and she says, "Earthshaker, man, you go back in that stable. You're terrible at this game." And poor Earthshaker, he's disappointed with himself. Now, having done 2 of these so far, there is this little gnome over in the top here, and she jumps over the top of the fence, and she jumps into the pen. And she runs over and she says, "You did such a great job. You did such a great job. I have something very special that I think either you," and she motions over for you, Agnomeio. She says, "Could you come out here? The two of you, come here, please." I have. She's very small, and she's got pink hair, and she's got these goggles on, just like right on her forehead, and she's wearing these really greasy overalls. And she says, "I have something really, really special." And she says to the whole crowd, "Everybody, I have been working for the last few weeks on something really special just for today, and I would love to demonstrate its abilities." And she looks over and she says, "PI, DLS, come here." And this mechanical bear, it's this giant mechanical grizzly bear, walks out of the stable.
Hell no.
And you see it's as it's stomping out of the stable, you can hear just every single step is just thud, and then like the cranking of gears. And it's standing on these big powerful metal limbs, and its gears are whirring, and there's steam bellowing from all these vents, and a slight haze of vapor is kind of surrounding this bear. She says, "This is Precision Ironclad Defense and Locomotion System. Piddles." I call it Piddles.
Piddles.
You see that its whole body is covered in these metal plates and these gears, but you can see inside of it, and you can see all this stuff moving. And probably nobody other than Agnomeio has ever seen anything like this before. Its head is adorned with these big glassy red eyes as well, and she stands next to it and she pats it on the head, and she says, everybody, I'd like you all to meet Piddles, please. And I would love if somebody would give him a chance, because I know that you all can't raise these grizzlies as fast as you need them for the military that's growing and very, very good. And I'd like you to try to ride Piddles and see what happens. Like, just see if he's good enough for you. And Thorna kind of walks over and she says, well, Agnomeio, TaLin, it's completely up to you whether you'd like to try this out or not.
I'd like to walk up to Taniana.
Yep.
And just fist bump her and just say, "This is the raddest shit I have ever seen."
and she blushes a bit and she says, Watch this. And she pats Piddles on the head, and you see he kind of pulls his teeth back, like just really it's like, and then he opens his mouth and you see like air kind of sucking in, and he lifts his head back and he goes, meow. and then she's like, oh sorry, I was playing with that earlier. And then she reaches under his chin and she flips a switch, and then it goes, roar, big huge growl, and everybody just kind of cheers at it. They love it. And so are you gonna ride it, Agnomeio?
So
Yeah.
Awesome.
Obviously.
TaLin has been walking around it, like taking notes, kind of thing. Like, this is fucking crazy. This thing works by this. And when the meow happens, I gotta ask Fizzle River.
Yep.
Like, are you sure you have everything set to the correct settings
Oh, absolutely. I was
before my buddy
playing with
rides this?
I was playing with that earlier. I was entertaining my niece. It was funny to have a giant bear make a meow sound. I mean, as you saw, it's hilarious. So,
fine.
don't worry. Actually, in fact, and she flips another little switch underneath his chin, and his eyes turn from red to blue. Maybe he's a little less scary now. It's
I mean, it looks like there's room for two.
oh, there's
can-
definitely room
can
for two.
two ride it at the same time?
Absolutely, there's definitely room for two.
Yo, Agnomeio, do you have any extra hats? Borrow a hat for
Always
this?
have an extra hat, and I.
Oh my god.
I'll give you my sombrero. I'll wear my Cordovas.
So you're
Yes,
you're
okay.
specifically wearing the magic one, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Loving this.
All right.
Just
We're-
the Ardbeg.
Do we still have an advantage,
No, you both used.
or is it done?
Yep.
Damn it.
The I'm still maintaining my opinion about the heavy vapors. I really think it's just kind of a slightly glorified 10. Certainly not worth $200 or
That's
whatever.
disappointing.
Yeah, I'm not surprised given their history, but still. All right, so Agnomeio and TaLin, you guys are both going to ride Piddles here. So,
Yeah.
as you climb aboard
Quick,
Piddles.
quick.
Yep.
Quick. Chat, if you've got any ideas for names of the episode stirring in your head, like, I feel like there's a lot of ideas.
Oh, by the way, since I have it anyway, so here is what Piddles looks like. So, hell yeah.
Holy hell.
Wait, what happened? I don't see anything.
I didn't see it either.
Oh, you don't see
I
it?
want little
I
G back.
I showed it to all of your...
I see it.
Okay, that's fine.
No, I see it on the stream, but not on the.
All right,
Okay.
that's fine. I'll show it again. So,
That's
all right,
terrifying.
you guys all hop on. You both hop onto Piddles, and it kind of jerkily goes down. It's like, down to lower, so you guys can both get on it, climbing up the random gears and whatnot,
Oh, that's
and
nice.
climbing aboard. All right, so
Cool.
Thora, she says, Taniana, would you like to do the honors? And Taniana says, Piddles, this is our big moment. All right, don't blow it for me, okay? And all right, let's go. And she very gently kind of hits it on the butt, and you see its eyes turn back from blue to red, and Piddle starts going absolutely freaking crazy. It jumps into the air about 15 feet, and it lands back down. I'd like you both to make a strength save, please.
Okay.
Okie doke. Ah. Oh shit, Piddles.
So, so Piddles rolls a 17.
I have a risky whiskey.
Go for it.
I have a risky whiskey. Oh, Jesus.
Right. As Piddles jumps into the air, Taniana, she kind of runs off to the side, and so does Thora. Neither one of them
motherfucker
wants to be close. So TaLin, so immediately you go flying off of Piddles. And roll 1d6. You're going to take...
I was on the back, okay? I didn't have, like, the horn of the saddle, so I was on the back.
I think we have an episode name right there that just aw shit Piddles. I think that's Piddles.
Yeah, I think that's it. Aw shit, Piddles.
I love it. So TaLin, you're going to take 2 points of damage, just bludgeoning damage from hitting the ground. So Agnomeio, you managed to hold on just barely, actually. As he crashes down to the ground, you're kind of straddling across his back, which is no saddle whatsoever. It's just metal, and it does not feel good on your nether regions. But you hold on, because that is the kind of man that you are. The kind of gnome that you are.
Uh-huh.
All right, next.
Yes.
So
who needs nether regions? I have glory.
So Piddles is he's gonna lower himself down, and he's gonna burst out in all this steam, and you're completely obscured right now, and you can't tell what he's gonna do next, but you do see this glowing red glow from in front of him, and he just immediately runs like incredibly fast straight forward. I would like you to roll an athletics check, please.
Okay.
Ooh, you're gonna
While
do
you
well.
do that, I've run out of the ring and I've gone to play with little Grizz.
Okay, sure. So Piddles rolls a 3. Agnomeio, you rolled an 11. So you're able to hold on as Piddles races across the pen here. All right, up next.
Picture it like a cartoon where the skin on my face is just going like it's big drag backwards.
Oh yeah, he moved like 40 feet in like a second. He just pew. All right, Agnomeio, this is your moment. You get to make a performance check to see what happens here with Piddles.
Oh boy. All right. Here we go.
You got this?
Oh, that's 10.
A 10. All right, so
I
Whiskey?
whiskey that.
go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna whiskey that.
Okay.
Do it.
Come on.
I feel like the rest of the group is all just like yelling at you from the
13. All right, it's a little better.
sidelines.
A 13 is better. So, let me actually make a quick little roll here. I'm gonna do it secretly.
What is Piddles doing?
What is Piddles doing?
Can we do a insight check on the DM?
Yes, but I'm gonna roll a D100. So, all right. So Piddles, he is actually going to. Sorry, give me just a sec. All right, Piddles is actually going to. His eyes start. Sorry, what am I trying to say? Okay. The 13 is really throwing me off because it's like right in the middle. So, all right. With the 13, you tell me what you're doing to try to impress the crowd here.
Well, I'm going to try to tuck and roll and like do a handspring off of his head towards the fence.
Okay. All right. So you tuck and roll. You do a handspring off of his head towards the fence. With your roll, you did well enough. But Piddles, he ignores you, and he starts looking at Thora Ironheart, and he starts growling. And the next thing you know, he's got her arm in his mouth, and he's clamping down really, really hard. and you see the
Oh no, bad piddles.
you see the iron on her arms, the iron on her like her plate mail start to bend and break. And just for the heck of it, let's all make an initiative roll.
Oh shit.
I was gonna say, can we all jump in? Okay. We have to.
All right. Let's see. So we have
Ooh,
Knobolas,
17.
Agnomeio,
Shit,
Piddles,
then you definitely know
TaLin,
how to do
Alessio. Did you? I need your initiative.
Okay. Coming in hot.
All right.
Incoming.
All right. Nice. Okay. So as you see Piddles kind of clamping down on Thora's arm, Alessio, this starts catching your attention, and you are up first. What would you like to do?
Well, since he's electric, hold on one second here.
I just got the electric line. What electric line?
He
What
just said
song?
since he's electric. It's
The electric?
It's electric. Yep.
Slide.
The electric.
Slide.
Slide.
So as your whole initiative is starting, so Piddles starts actually picking up Thora by the arm, and she's grunting, but she's not screaming. She is not currently being injured, but her plate mail is crushing beneath his teeth, and something will happen shortly. What are you doing, Alessio?
All right. So I kind of run to the front of the fence here, and I'm going to, since he's mechanical, I see like his gears all
Yep.
kind of working, as you said, they were kind of open, and
Yep.
so I want to throw my javelin of lightning into his electric circuits to see if I can maybe
Sure.
cause a short or something.
Awesome. All right,
that-
go
how
ahead
does
and
that
make your
sound?
attack roll.
Okay.
Nice.
Risky whiskey.
Risky whiskey. Alessio's like second
Out of
roll.
clarity.
Yep.
Let's hear it for
For
the right.
clarification. Yeah. Are the gears like exposed?
Oh God.
Like I know it doesn't matter so much for
Yeah.
the javelin.
So let me explain this just a little bit further. So what's going on right here is Piddles is this giant mechanical grizzly bear. He is easily 3 times the size of a normal grizzly bear. He's like 15. If he were to stand up, he'd probably be like 15 feet tall. He's giant. It easily fit both of you. Probably could have fit another rider. He has these gears whirring and whatever underneath a kind of a clear plasticky resin kind of thing. So you can see the gears. You could probably get to them in various spaces, but it's not completely open. Across his body, he's got these iron plates that are mostly guarding a lot of the inner workings, but you can still see them moving. And there are patches of random grizzly bear fur. So he's kind of like he's basically just a mechanical grizzly bear. All right. So with a 13 will not hit.
Is there a bald? Is there a bald bear somewhere that she shaved?
Maybe.
Is there a bald bear somewhere that she shaved and like?
It's entirely
put this
possible.
fur?
Yeah.
It's not
Alright,
the
so-
great outdoors.
All right, so Alessio, you throw your javelin of lightning at Piddles, and it does hit him, but it manages to hit one of the more like clear plastic areas, which is just not conductive, and the lightning javelin falls to the ground.
Damn it.
All right, anything else?
No, that's it. Anybody else got any ideas?
All right, TaLin, you're up. Now you are up right now next to Lil Grizz, of
Okay.
course you are. Booker is right next to you, and he is at attention now, so he is now kind of with you. What are you doing?
Ready. Okay. So while I was playing with Lil Grizz, we were playing a game with Booker, and it involved a rope. And so I've been like tying it into a lasso, and I want to try and like lasso, what's his face, Piddles,
Piddles?
like all jumbled up.
All right, let's try this. Roll me sleight of hand. Let's
Trip
see
him up.
what this knot looks like.
Oh, I'm fucked. Sleight of hand. Oh, actually, it might be okay.
Roll above a 7. Let's go with that.
see here.
You rolled a natural 1. Wait, why did you write?
Wait, how did I do that?
I have no idea. You rolled a
How
1.
did only one show in the? Only one showed in the.
you rolled with
thing that
advantage for
keeps
some
track-
reason. That's why. The first one I saw was a 1 though.
That's weird.
So I'm
Okay,
going
sorry.
with that. That's
It
okay.
was a 1. It was a natty 1. Yeah.
All right, so this rope that
So-
you've been tying, I mean, you tied some sort of like a slip knot, and it's getting all fumble with a natural 1. Actually, I'm gonna say it's like you fumble with it while you're trying to get this, and it's just little Grizz is holding on tight to it, and you're trying to get it away from him, and you just totally can't do anything with this
Right.
unless you want to throw a little Grizz
the,
at him, of course. Yes.
The That would be terrible. I'm measuring the distance between me and him. I can't get there.
That's all right.
Booker has Booker can get.
Booker
to
can move
him.
40. Yeah.
It's gonna be hard for. What would he bite on? Was there like a saddle or something that like Booker could?
Well, so here's
Ooh.
the thing. Go ahead.
Booker is gonna run up and hit the buttons underneath his chin.
You're gonna tell Booker to run up and hit buttons underneath the bear's chin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit random buttons.
That's gonna be a hard DC, but we can make it. We could try. All right, go for it.
If I use beast sense to try and communicate with Booker, to
No,
be more
you
direct
could
about it, will
totally
that
relay
lower
this
the
message,
DC?
but Booker does not have opposable thumbs, so
Okay.
we'll have to kind of see how this works. He can use his muzzle.
But it's a button. You just push it.
It's
You
a
don't have to like
That's fine.
wonka wonka.
All right, go for it. So go ahead and roll, and
Okay.
let's go with your bite attack.
Okay. Hysterical. Oh. Is it attack? There we go. Okay, come on, Booker. Oh shit.
All right. So you rolled an 11.
11.
So Booker manages to run up to Piddles, and he gets his muzzle underneath Piddles' chin, and he pushes a button. And you see Piddles' eyes, they start doing that like in a hot tub where the lights just gradually go from one to another across the rainbow. That's now what Piddles' eyes are doing. They are no longer red. They're blue,
That's the wrong
and then
button.
they're pink, and then they're yellow, and then they're green. So, Disco Party Piddles.
At least he's like less freaky while he's doing this. Question, just for future
Yes.
reference, because
Sure.
I'm dumb.
Yep.
Had I jumped on Booker, could I have gone the 40 feet?
Yes, but I probably would have considered that your action. So you could have gotten there, but you wouldn't have been able to do anything when you got off.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, or we could,
can
we
I
could
also
figure that out.
have
Yeah.
a move action where I move closer? No?
So
like, can I
you-
move closer?
You can move
and
closer
then
if you'd like to, yeah.
roll at my turn?
So I'm also going to
Okay.
potentially retcon that, like, not retcon, but I'm going to change my mind potentially later. I'm going to look up the rules of riding a Mastiff later. But for now, I'm making the call that you could jump on it and you could move, but that's going to be your action. Okay, up next is
Okay.
Piddles.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so Piddles is he's currently got Thora Ironheart in his jaws, and he is going to continue with his bite attack here. So he is going to make a bite attack against her. The 20 will definitely hit. He's going to do 6 points of damage to her. So he is clamping down on her
So
wrist.
sorry, Thorna.
Now, he is also, so that's just one of his moves. He notices that the rest of you guys are right next to him, and he's going to make a claw attack at Booker. The claw attack will miss. He's going to make a second claw
Bitch.
attack at Booker. That one's going to hit.
Okay.
All right, so he's going to do 12 points of
There's
damage to
always another
Booker.
attack.
All right, so Piddles is currently holding Thora up in the air. He's clamping down on her wrist, and he just swiped at Booker twice with his claws, hitting with one of them.
Oh, God.
All right, it is now your turn, Agnomeio.
What is Fuck River doing during this?
Well, it's not her turn yet.
What's Fuck River do? Whatever her name was.
Taniana Fizzle River.
Oh, she's in though.
Yeah, she's in
Whatever
the.
her name. Well, she's the one who invented
Agnomeio,
this
what are you doing?
crappy
Oh, my
piddle.
God.
I would like, as long as he's got her arm in his jaws, I would like to try to jump back onto his back and drive my rapier, between into his spine,
His
where
gears.
his neck meets his body.
Awesome. Go for it.
All right.
So here's the way this mechanic is going to work, because I think it's more fun to watch. If anybody rolls a natural 20, he is going to lose a natural 20. He is going to lose one of his abilities. That is something. But there's other things that will happen too. But just as a fun thing, if anybody hits a natural 20, it'll be good. All right, so a 20 will definitely hit.
All right, and I will roll damage right quick.
Okay. All right, so 9 points of
9
damage.
damage. I would also like to go ahead and use my goading attack.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to do an extra. Oh, it didn't roll. Oh, that's okay. I'll roll it. But
Okay. All right, wisdom saving
he
throw.
has to do a DC 16 saving throw, or
He does
can
not
only target
succeed.
me.
He will.
All right,
he will
he's
only
gotta
target
target
you.
me.
Yeah. So he
then
has
he will also
disadvantage
take-
on attack rolls against anybody other than you. Okay.
Right.
Cool.
And then 7 more damage from that, and then I will use my second attack to continue just stabbing the ever-loving crap out of him.
Excellent. Oh, our music stopped. Let's get more.
Be a 21.
Okay, 21 will definitely hit
14.
for an additional 14 damage.
14.
Okay, excellent. So you drive your
Yes.
rapier into his back a couple of times. You now have his full attention. You also see a couple of springs or gears or something kind of pop out of him and fall to the ground. Additionally, you notice that there is a little well of oil underneath him now. And yeah, maybe that's how he got his name.
Is he piddling?
He's piddling. All right. Anything else, Agnomeio?
No, that'll be it.
All right, Knobolas, you're up.
All right. Did you say jumping on him takes a whole action, or is it like?
No, jumping on him does not necessarily take an action. That will be part of.
Is
your
there
move.
currently
We'll
anyone on
consider
him?
that. There is nobody on him at the moment.
Nobody's on him.
Oh,
But you're also pretty far away. You're 25 feet.
Did
Oh,
I
you can
jump
get
on
there.
top of him to do the stabs?
Oh, you did. I'm
Stab,
sorry.
stab.
Yes, Agnomeio is currently on top of him.
And
Okay.
he's really big, so you can.
He
do
is
that.
huge. Yeah, there's more than enough room on this bear. We can tag team him. Come tag team this bear with me.
Well, I'm worried what I'm about to do might hurt you if you're also on the bear. So can I as I'm running up to it to get on him, can I yell at you to jump off or hop off?
He won't be able to act on that until his next turn. You won't hit Agnomeio unless you roll a natural one.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna run up to him and I'm gonna jump. Want to do shocking grasp,
Okay.
which I assume since he is made of metal, it counts as him having armor made of metal.
You could. Yes, he does. Yep.
Oh, nice.
All right, so I get advantage on that.
Nice. Good call.
How do I make that have advantage? What else?
You hold shift
short
when you do it.
Keyboard. Okay. Shift. Okay.
I think it's shift. Maybe not. Just roll again. 21 certainly is.
What?
Yeah, roll again in case you get a natural 20, but 20 will
Whoa.
definitely hit. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it again.
Are those like lightning dice? Is that the deal?
28. Okay.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah,
why
it's
not?
got lightning dice.
All right, so we'll take the better of the two rolls.
That's cool.
It should have asked you about advantage on your roll, but whatever. All right, so 7 points of damage. So is there anything else to that? Does he have like a...
It says it can't take reactions until the start of its next turn.
That's important. Okay, good to know. Okay, so cool. You run up, you grab him around his throat with your hands, and you just channel lightning into his exoskeleton. Let's call it that. And you see a few things just kind of just misclick a little bit, like the gears stop for a second, and then they jolt, and then they grind a little bit, and he still has Agnomeio still has his attention, but he's aware of you. Let's just go with that.
Okay.
All right. Anything else, Knobolas?
Stay on top of him.
Okay. Taniana. So Taniana, she yells out. She says, "Oh no, Piddles, don't hurt anybody. Aim for the big gear in the middle of his chest." And that's the end of her turn.
Took
Alessio,
you
you're
long
up.
enough to tell us
The
that.
big
Who's your
ear.
Big gear.
The
Gear.
big ear?
Yeah, I
Gear.
heard ear too. I was like,
I'm
that's
sorry.
kind of gross.
Big gear. Gear. All right, Alessio, you're up.
All right, so is this the episode where I break out Neil? Can I break Neil out?
You can. So Neil is actually technically still out.
Yeah.
He's been kind of following you around. So, yep. What would you like to do
All
with
right, so
Neil?
basically, I want to tell Neil to harass the bear.
This is the episode.
Okay.
Harass Piddles like in the air, so Piddles is like rah, 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 going crazy, and exposing his ear chest.
All right. So here's
I
the one
just-
thing. So I like what you did, so I'm going to kind of let that.
Ear.
Oh, sorry. I like what you said, so I'm going to let that happen. Piddles is definitely concentrating on Agnomeio because of the goading attack, but Neil flies over and he starts kind of everything's on top of each other. Neil starts pulling at some of the hairs on the back of Piddles' neck, and Piddles is kind of like just like looking around, but he's a bear. He can't look up that much. He's just kind of thrashing left and right. All right, what are you doing with the rest of your turn?
All right. I'm gonna again. See if I could get a hit here.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
That 30 or
Night 15.
All right, 15 will hit. Actually, that just hits.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so I aimed for the his ear chest to try to get it right in that gear.
His ear gear.
So,
Does the
so I throw it in. So I throw it in. It attacks. It gives a shock throughout its whole system, and then it comes right back to me.
On a hit, the target. I'm just making sure.
I gotta roll
the
damage, right?
Javelin's property. I don't think you have the javelin anymore because you already threw it.
Oh yeah.
oh, is it once?
Well, I mean, it says right in the description it acts as a javelin if it misses. So like you have to pick it back up again before you could use it. I'm sorry, Alessio. I wanted it to work,
Oh.
but the javelin's like basically right here because you already threw it at it.
It was like at his. It's like he's like.
It's
stomping
right
all
next
over
to it. Yeah,
basically.
it's in the pen. Yeah, it's actually so this is a
right,
pile
so-
of crap right here. I'm gonna say it's actually in the pile of crap because that's funnier.
Pile of
So-
crap.
It's just bear
That's
poop.
scat. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're right. Yes,
it's
All right, can I?
it's actually pretty accurate scat, though. That's
I
good.
know. It's literally
Yes.
the icon is poop. Like I did that on purpose because it was funny. I was hoping somebody would land in it. So all right, go ahead, Alessio.
Can I try just to crossbow at him with my
Absolutely.
an arrow?
Yep, go for it.
Okay. All right. Let me try that here.
Jason sounds sad. It's like, can I just
really
try to
wanted
hit
that
him with
to
an
work.
arrow?
I know, I did too. I was totally good for it.
Not as
No.
exciting.
That's okay. Hey, your short bow is fine.
Exciting.
All right, roll for short bow.
All right, short bow. Here it comes. Hopefully, I get a
You
good
have
roll
advantage
here.
on this as well, by the way, because he's definitely flanked. So go for another roll.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
And if you hit, you'll get your sneak attack damage.
Damn it. Sorry. Never mind. Forget that roll. I rolled disadvantage.
So here's the thing: a 9, which was your lowest roll in that one, will still hit. A 15 will hit. So you hit.
Okay.
All right. So roll damage, and then roll your sneak attack damage.
Okay. Hold on a second. Roll damage.
What is
All right,
that
cool.
noise?
I don't know. So 9 damage, and then sneak attack as well.
Yeah, let me get to my sneak attack.
Sure.
Attack damage.
Ooh, yeah. All right, another 11 damage. Excellent. All right, so so your short bow, you shoot an arrow, and it actually pierces through some of that plexiglass, and you see it wedge into one of the gears on its front left leg, and you see it's just kind of just zzz, 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 and then it snaps the arrow. But it took a second. He took quite a bit of damage there, and you could see that one of the gears, it's actually broke one of the teeth off the gear. So every time that it comes around, you're seeing the gear kind of slip a little bit. All right, nice. Anything else?
No, I just yelled to everybody else. Aim for the gears, not the ears, but the gears.
Excellent. All right, TaLin, you're up.
Okay. So, so Basically, I heard dipshit over there who designed Piddles. And so I'm going to try and work a machete into the gear to kind of block it.
Okay.
And act as a stop.
Yep. Go for it.
And I'll probably try twice because I can.
Why not? All right. So 24 will definitely hit.
Nice.
Woohoo! Okay, let me do another one, and then we'll do damage. Boom.
Cool. All right. 14 will not hit. So roll damage on your 24.
Bug.
All right, so you grab your machete and you kind of you pierce, or you make a I guess like a stabbing attack, I guess, with a machete, and you're able to kind of to wiggle it in between one of its joints a little bit, and you see again that front left leg, because you guys are actually you're on the back left leg. We'll go with that. Its back left leg starts kind of failing a little bit. However, it's going to use one of its legendary actions, which is a thing that you guys haven't seen before. So legendary actions and resistance. I'm going to take a second to explain this because there's.
Is this a reaction?
That's exactly. Wait, hold on.
So it's legendary
Is this a reaction? Because.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Legendary action is not a reaction.
Okay. I thought the same thing, TaLin.
You guys are right to call me out, but in this case, you're wrong. All right. So a legendary action. I'm going to explain this for you guys because this is the first time you've seen this. Legendary actions can be done at any point after one of your turns. If it's a boss monster, they'll typically have something like that. Legendary resistance is also another thing that this particular monster has, and I can choose to succeed on something that I fail once per turn. Okay? Turn, not game, or not round, but not fight, but turn. So keep that in mind. So after you stab it in the hind leg, he's going to use his Steam Cloud action, which you all need to roll. Actually, sorry. By all, I mean TaLin, Agnomeio, Booker, and Knobolas. You all need to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Sounds like a reaction to me, but.
Wait, did you just say
Alessio's smart. He's the only.
Did you say
yes,
you can choose
I can
to succeed whenever you want every turn?
One time, yes.
Oh,
so, like,
okay,
if you tell me I have to roll a dexterity saving throw and I fail, I could be like, nah, I don't. But
wow,
okay.
Most things don't have this. All right, so in this case, so Agnomeio, you rolled a 16. Knobolas, you rolled a 20. We need TaLin and Booker to both.
Dexterity, by that. Yeah, I'm on it.
I get it.
Sorry.
And I'm happy that you failed. All right. So
because I'm the one back talking.
Yep. That's all right.
Booker didn't fail, right? He got a 16.
Correct. So Agnomeio, Knobolas, and Booker, you all take 7 points of damage. TaLin, you take 15 points of damage as this huge plume of steam comes out of all of its vents. As you guys have been doing some damage to this and things aren't working quite right. And this boiling hot steam just erupts from Piddles and starts burning and scalding your skin. All right.
Wait, you said we all take 15 damage? I'm sorry, I missed.
No,
I missed.
If you succeeded, if you rolled over 15, you only take 7. So the only person who took 15 is TaLin. Booker, Knobolas, and Agnomeio, you guys all take 7 damage. All right. Up next, Thora Ironheart. So
look, Jason, for once. You're not the one getting killed.
This is why I'm on the other side of the fence. I would have got that all up in me.
All right, so Thora.
Also, since my turn wasn't actually over, could I now send Booker away? Because he's like dying.
Sure, if you'd like to. All right.
Thank you.
So, and Piddles can't take reactions, correct?
Correct.
How long does that last, Knobolas?
Until his next turn.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Okay, so he can't make an opportunity attack against Booker. Cool. All right, Thora Ironheart is up next. So she manages to shake herself free of Piddles, and she actually hops over the fence, and she just kind of looks at you guys. So this right here, whatever's happening, you've noticed that everybody's just kind of looking, and they're, I guess you'd call it judging. They're not involved on purpose. They're seeing how you fare. All right, up next is Piddles. All right, so Piddles is going to, actually at this point, he's going to, I guess he's going to make another attack at you, Agnomeio. Actually, quite a few attacks. He's going to make a bite attack and 2 claw attacks at you.
How's he going to do that when I'm on his back?
Oh, good point. All right, sorry, I forgot about that. I'll rethink that. So at the moment, he has a disadvantage on doing anything to anybody else that's not you. So I think he's probably going to attack Knobolas since he's right in his face. I'm going to move him back. What was that?
He's on his back too.
Well.
We're both on his back.
How did I forget? I'm sorry. It's tough to have things on. All right, TaLin, you're the only one that can see at the moment.
I'm sorry, TaLin.
I hate you both.
It's okay.
Sorry.
So despite the fact that
If your hat gets messed up, it's not my fault.
all right,
You have my permission to use it in case of, almost dying.
so he is going to let's see. He's going to do 2 hits. Sorry, he does a 16 to hit for 9 damage. What's your AC? 14. All right, so he hits you with the bite attack. So he lunges forward, he bites you, kind of grabs you around, you're pretty small, so probably around the waist. And now he's going to make a couple of claw attacks against you. And I'm trying to remember how to roll disadvantage. I think I just rolled advantage. No, I rolled disadvantage.
No, it says disadvantage, and you still rolled a 22.
I sure did. All right, so disadvantage on the claw attack, disadvantage on the other claw attack. 15? Does 15 hit you? Yes, it does.
They both hit.
All right, they both hit you.
Nope. Yeah, it hits. Excellent.
Okay. I have to roll damage one more time.
Yikes.
So 14 damage. Sorry, I have to roll damage one more time.
No, you don't.
I sure do. And then, and so 14 and then 9. So you take, 23 points of damage. Okay.
Good. That's exactly how many I had. So.
All right. And then that will be the end of Piddle's turn. All right, Agnomeio, you're up.
That will be the end of TaLin.
And he now has his reactions back, and
right.
he has wait, that's the end of you? You're unconscious?
Yep.
Yeah,
Good.
she's unconscious, dude.
Good to know. All right, go ahead.
Yes. You just did 32 points of damage to me. So yes,
Piddles,
that's the
actually,
fucking
you're gonna
end
die
of
by
me.
a bear named Piddles. All right, Agnomeio, you're up.
All right. Well.
Savage.
Agnomeio, I'm gonna grant you advantage on any attacks since you're on his back.
Sweet.
Agnomeio,
I should have
I
said
want
it
to be
last time, but
buried
we're
in your
gonna
hat.
go with it now. Yeah.
You're
gonna be
you wanna
buried in your hat.
In my hat. Well, that's actually very fitting. I think that's very appropriate.
Yeah. I think this
Anyway,
is a bad luck hat, BT does.
maybe that's why I give it to you. You don't know.
Could be.
All right. I am going to use my rapier. I'm going to attack that left leg that seems to be a little messed up.
Sure.
Oh, wait. So I'm going to roll that again.
Sure. So a 12 won't hit.
Oh boy.
12 will hit?
No, 12 won't hit, but you.
Won't hit.
Yeah,
Okay.
but like I said, you get advantage.
I'm going to do it again.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it again. Come on. No!
I can't see what you rolled on the second one. Something's going on.
14.
14. Okay. All right. So 14 will not hit.
All right. Well, I'm using my action surge.
Okay.
Because to do.
So you're just angrily sitting on top of this, on top of Piddle's back, and you're just stabbing, thrusting. Urgh.
Die! Why won't you die?
Awesome.
All right, and one more time. Come on, baby. Come on. 18. Come on, that has to hit.
18 will hit.
All right.
Okay.
All
right, for
and then I'll
12
do
damage.
Do we know its AC yet?
And I
No.
another D8. I'm going to use another superiority die.
Okay.
Just to tack on some more damage.
Sure. All the attacks.
So that's another 3.
All
Okay,
right,
that's
another
something.
3 damage. All right, so you shove its. Actually, let's. I'm gonna do something, because I like making things a little weird. All right, its leg is still working. Okay, cool. So anything else?
No, that'll be it.
Okay, Knobolas, you're up.
All right. Well, I would like to start with. I'm still on its back, so I'd like to start with the bonus action and put a hex on it,
There you go. Nice.
which will allow me to deal an extra 1d6 of necrotic damage whenever I hit him with an attack.
Sure.
He also has a disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability. What ability has he been using, guys? What do y'all think? Like, what do you think would be good to?
I'm gonna pour some Hypernova while you're figuring that out.
I'm gonna say strength, probably.
Hypernova.
Dexterity.
Oh, dexterity. That's like actually a good call. Yeah,
Dexterity. Okay, we'll do dexterity. So I'm gonna place the hex on him, and
Okay.
then
So he has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Okay.
ooh, fancy.
Holy hell!
All right.
And then I'm gonna use. You know what? I like the shocking grasp. I think it worked well, and I have advantage. Well, I have advantage twice because one, you gave it to me because I'm on his back, and two, he's made of metal. So
Sure.
I'd like to do. Do you want to have a second guess at what cut it is? Do we
sorry,
know? I'll just use shocking grasp twice.
Sure. So you're gonna do shocking grasp
get 'em.
twice.
Well, I don't have a way to do advantage. I don't know how to make it do that.
Oh, I
so
see. I see. Hold control when you do whatever you're doing.
Let's try control. Let's do it.
There you go. Actually, I think control is disadvantage.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Okay.
Regardless, you
Still
hit. You hit. It's fine. So you did. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, damage looks like it's 11.
11. Okay. Cool.
But then he gets the extra 1d6 of damage as well.
Right, and he has to roll a save, correct? No.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. So he does 11 damage plus an additional 6. All right. So negative 17. Cool. All right. So you shock Piddles. You see a lot of his like circuitry again. It just kind of freezes for a second, and then he's still going, and he's starting to. You see a certain determination in his eyes. His eyes have stopped glowing from rainbow colors to red again. All right.
Oh, shit.
Anything else?
He doesn't seem to he doesn't seem to be like struggling at all.
Oh, he's struggling, but he's a mechanical thing. It's hard to tell. Like, what you're seeing right now is you guys are doing damage to the internal workings of a clockwork thing, but it's still running. So he's not bleeding, he's not looking pale, he's just malfunctioning sometimes. All right. Anything else, Knobolas?
No, I don't think there's much else I can do. I'd like.
All right.
No, I don't want to jump off him. I think I have an advantage by being on him, so I'm gonna stay here.
Sure. So Tatiana, so she starts kind of slinking back. She climbs back over the wall, and she's not leaving. She's like sitting in one of the seats, and she's looking over at this dwarf that's next to her. His name is Thror Ironheart, and he is kind of in charge here. And she says,
Oh.
I don't know what to do. I'm not sure what to do. This was not supposed to happen. And he says, it's okay. It's okay. Let's see what they do. And yeah, that'll be the end of her turn.
Good
Alessio, you're up.
I'm tired of sitting on the sidelines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Misty Step
Okay.
to get behind him.
Okay.
Do you have to roll for Misty Step? I
Nope.
never remember this.
Nope. But you could totally
No, okay.
totally make that. It's a 30-foot thing, so you could totally just broop right
Yeah.
behind him if you want.
Yeah,
Oops.
just get right behind him.
Sorry, I'll stop helping.
It's like floating. It's awesome.
There you go. All right, so you're right behind him. Yep.
Yeah, so I walk behind him. So what I want to do is, again, kind of focus on that leg.
Okay.
Just kind of get him from behind. Well, actually, I'm trying to remember are there any exposed gears behind, like in the back, or no? Is he pretty much covered in the back?
So there is damage, but mostly you guys have been doing piercing damage. So there's a number of holes in his exoskeleton / the plexiglass kind of thing, but nothing like overly dramatic. Like, you guys haven't been bludgeoning this guy to death, right? If you wanted to try to find a hole to kind of stick your rapier in, we could make that work. I think somebody was attacking the rear leg, maybe TaLin. Tell me what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I want to like dig either my dagger or rapier in there, and kind of stick it in there like long enough so it actually like stops his movement, or he loses loses mechanical use of his leg, or
Sure.
His lower back, or something like that. You know what I mean?
All right, let's do this. So this is what's called a targeted attack. So if you
Okay.
want to attack and make this particular thing happen, I'm going to increase his AC by 2. If you hit his AC, you'll hit like a normal attack. If you hit a 15, you'll hit a normal attack. If you hit a 17, you'll do what you're trying to do.
Okay, let's do that.
All right. I'm making this shit up.
And I
so.
do have advantage.
It's a good rule. I like that. That's
You have
nice
advantage
idea.
because I'm behind him, correct?
Yes, you do. And you'll get your sneak attack bonus. All right, so a 20 will hit. So you're gonna take your dagger. You rolled you rolled your rapier. So in this case, because of what you were trying to do, you're gonna have to leave your rapier in him.
That's fine.
Okay. So you take your rapier, you shove it into one of the holes that TaLin had created in his rear left leg, and that is going to completely immobilize his rear left leg. So at this point, he's starting to his legs are kind of just going up and it's like almost like a tread on a tank broke. He can kind of move a couple of legs, but he can't spin anymore, which is very good because what he was about to do, you just prevented him from doing.
It's gonna
And
spin.
I'm happy to tell you about it after the stream. It was not going to be good.
Should I roll damage on this, or do I sneak
yes.
attack damage?
Roll your sneak attack damage. All right, sorry. Roll your regular damage and then also roll sneak attack.
All right, normal damage coming. 4.
All right, so 7 damage for the rapier.
Okay. All right, bonus action. Sneak attack damage.
All right, 16 will hit. So that's 16 additional damage. Oh, hell yeah. All right. So he is looking very, very weak at this point. You notice that a lot of sparks are happening inside of his body. That large gear on his chest is just like stuttering. It's every now and then it's just stopping, and he just stops moving, and then he starts up again. But he's very close to death.
Nice. When he stops moving, attack.
All right, TaLin, go ahead and roll me a death saving throw, please. You want a 10 or a better, because he's going to have a turn before you get another chance to roll.
Like, yeah. Out of curiosity, like, Booker would be upset. Could he attack while I'm dead
He certainly could. Yep.
or unconscious?
He 100. So if you are unconscious, essentially, I either could take over or you could basically act on his behalf. But he could absolutely act as if. All right. So you succeeded on your first death saving throw. So that's good. You need to succeed 3 before you fail 3.
That's 1.
Okay. However,
Okay.
something to know, and it's not Piddle's turn yet, but something to know is that while you are unconscious, any attack against you counts against 2 death saving throws, because it will automatically hit you, and it's basically got like a double thing. So if I hit you, you lose 2 death saving throws. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Thora Ironheart is continuing to sit on the
Wait,
sidelines.
could Booker attack then?
Yes, he can. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Bite him in the balls because he doesn't understand it's a robot. He doesn't have balls.
All right, Booker. So Booker also, when he
And
attacks...
his left leg doesn't work anymore anyways, so like
Correct.
that one can't get Booker.
Sure. All right, go ahead and roll for attack with Booker. If Booker hits, you'll remember that off of Thorek... Hold on. He rolled a 9, which is a 12, which does not hit. So if you remember off of Thorek,
Okay.
Booker actually got a magic item for all 4 of his paws. They're bracers. I forget what they're called. Bracers of the Winter Wolf, which upon a hit, he does an additional 2d6 cold damage. Unfortunately, he didn't hit, but I wasn't sure if you remembered that, so I figured I'd remind you. All right, so
Yeah,
Booker
yeah.
Booker runs up, and he's about to bite Piddles, but he looks at you and is sad, and he comes and lays on your leg instead. All right. And also, by the way, Lil Grizz, seeing seeing Booker run in there, he kind of runs up against the gate, and he's just looking sad, and he's trying to look tough in his little iron.
You stay there, little Grizz. Don't you dare risk your like. If little Grizz dies, no, it's over.
Sorry.
Yeah, keep Logris safe.
Booker has advantage because flanking.
So he can go one more try?
Attack one more time. Yep. Thank you, Russell.
Grab them nuts.
Okay,
Booker.
come on, buddy.
Get him.
You got this, boo. You got this, boo. You got this, boo.
Ooh, that's much better.
Yeah.
22.
All right.
22.
All right, so a 22 will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage, and the bear is going to make a...
Oh, there it is. 10.
10.
So 10 damage.
10
and
in
he's
the
gonna-
balls.
Rip that nutsack off. Just do it.
Oh, so
He's a robot.
little nuts.
Not that it even actually freaking matters, but you know.
He's not using it.
all right. So
I
so
think it's where he's piddling from, so...
actually, speaking of which, so you see an immense amount of oil is starting to leak out of Piddles. Piddles is very, very close to death at this point, and Booker actually biting him, possibly with a bit of ferocity from seeing his master on the ground. He tackles Piddles to the ground, and Booker is just chewing on the back of Piddles' neck. Piddles is still alive, but Piddles is prone at the moment. Okay. So Thora Ironheart is up next. And again, she's kind of out of combat at this point. So Piddles gets one more shot. Piddles is going to use his Steam Cloud one more time. So you see a number of malfunctions within Piddles' body. Everybody needs to roll everybody except for... Actually, literally everybody needs to make a dexterity saving throw at this point. You need to roll an 11 or better.
But even if you're dead?
So you are going to fail two death saving throws. TaLin.
Come
Oh
on.
boy. Hey, does anybody have a healing kit? Like, 'cause I don't.
I don't.
Oh, shit.
Alessio.
right.
Where's that
So-
redheaded bitch? Can she help me out? Does she have healing?
So Gwyneth Forgehart.
Alessio, I
Yes.
think you muted.
Gwyneth Paltrow over here. All right. So Agnomeio, you are going to take 5 points of damage. Knobolas, you're going to take 5 points of damage. Alessio, you need to roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Is TaLin still alive? I'm sorry, I missed it. What happened?
She is. She's got she failed 2 death saving throws because of this attack. You need to roll a dexterity saving throw, and so does Booker, by the way.
I got to roll next? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
TaLin, can you roll for Booker? I'm gonna just put him right here just to make things easier.
Oh, yeah, I can. Sorry, I was trying to figure out how to mark things on here.
You're trying to figure out how to
Dexterity
not
saving
die. That's okay. I get it.
I was trying to figure out where to
All right.
mark your death. I should be an expert
That's fine.
at this, but...
So Alessio, you're gonna take 5 points of damage, and Booker is going to take 10 points of damage. And Booker is down to 3 hit points. All right.
Yeah.
So,
Oh no, nobody
that will
mess with Booker.
So that will be Piddles, the end of Piddles' turn. So as he sprays out the steam, you guys all kind of are getting just sprayed with this boiling hot water. He stands up, and you see his legs. He's kind of almost think like a slow motion kind of, like he's just jerking all around, and he is on death's door. Agnomeio, you're up.
As much as I would love to murder the bejesus out of this cybernetic bear, I'm going to run over to TaLin and try to do a medicine check.
Go for it. All right, roll a
It's
10
all
or
good.
better.
I got the bear.
Okay, so you're able to stabilize TaLin Creek.
All right, good.
Okay,
Oh,
so she is
God. Thank
she
you.
no longer has to roll death saving throws. Excellent.
Good Lord. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Yep. All right, so that'll be your turn.
Yo.
Knobolas, you're up.
I'd like to, so since the bear's in super slow motion, I'd like to target his gear that's the main one, and I'm gonna do another shocking grasp. I feel like it's working well, so
Go for it.
I'd like to go for another one of those.
All right.
All right, sorry. On the
I
wrong
kind of
page.
hope that you hit and that it kills him, because this would be really.
And I get it with advantage. I'm gonna do. Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
23 will definitely hit. 12 damage will definitely kill him. So you are going to shocking grasp this Piddles. Tell me what you do.
I'm gonna grab that gear and can I rip it out of him?
I think so. So at this point, so you grab him with your hands, which are electrified, as you grab him, you actually see his chest cavity kind of open. It's like short-circuited. It just opens up, and you see this giant gear just in his chest, and you grab it, pull it off, and the whole machine, all of Piddles, just falls to the ground completely motionless, almost anticlimactic, because it's just a machine. It has no idea what it was just doing. And you hold up the gear above your head, and you hear a round of applause from the dwarves who are looking on. And you guys are out of combat.
Ooh.
So
Man, that was a toughie.
So Taniana actually runs over, and she is profusely apologizing to all of you. And she actually reaches into her own coat, and she pulls out a small healing potion. It's just a regular healing potion. It does a 1d4 plus 4. And she gives it to TaLin. She is profusely sad and apologetic, and she's bringing you back to life, TaLin. Roll 1d4 plus 4.
You should not apologize. That was the most fun I've had in months.
I thought that was part of the game. I said I would wrestle a bear, right?
So she brings you back, TaLin. You are alive. You have 5 hit points at the moment, and she actually leans down and she's trying to hug you, and she's just like, I'm so sorry. This was never supposed to happen. And she walks over to Piddles. Piddles. Bad Piddles.
I am, scholarly and, knowledgeable of the world and cultures and things. So I would know, like, the rude gesture of dwarves, right?
Sure. Why not? You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say the rude gesture of dwarves is like almost like holding a pickaxe above your head and just being like, nah, fuck it. You're just like, you're not even
that's
worth
what I do.
mining.
Like the little
you're not even
the
worth
little
mining.
bit of strength that I have, I just like barely bring up my arms to hold up a pickaxe, and then I just like collapse them.
And she just looks she looks sad. I'm so sorry. It's later to come by my shop later. I'll make it up to you. I whatever you need, I will help you. Like, I'm so sorry. And then she just starts kind of like collecting gears off of the ground, and she's trying to put Piddles back together. She looks over at Thror, and she kind of kneels down, and she's, Thror, I'm so sorry. I'll do better with the next one. I swear we can make this work. All right. However, Throra comes over and she says, well, I certainly feel like they've proven their worth. So Gwyneth, consider these the victors, and I will give them pass to come to your shop and come and get their reward. So you guys now have, call it a credit towards the, I keep forgetting, the silver spindle to get a magical weave into one of your armors, which we'll talk about exactly what that means once you make it to their shop. But it's gonna.
We got a gift card. We got a gift card.
You sure do.
Yes, gift card.
So this magical weave, there's a number of different enchantments that it can do, but essentially it replaces the thread from any one of your armors with a magical thread, which will grant you a boon. Yeah, we'll talk about it in the next episode. Ooh. But excellent job, guys! You survived Piddles, which was, Piddles. I suppose that's a victory.
Never thought I'd be so scared of something named Piddles.
Awesome.
That's the thing. That's why he's named that. He makes his enemies piddle.
Yes, the precision ironclad defense and locomotion system. So. Awesome. Okay, well, thank you everybody for joining us here on Dungeons and Drams. It was nice to be back after a couple of weeks off, and we will absolutely see you guys next week here. I guess that's Memorial Day. Is there actually? I should have asked you guys ahead of time, but I should ask now.
Knobolas will not be there, but I wish you all luck if you are all competing.
Okay, that's okay. We'll put off the brothel for that episode.
Oh yeah, Bill, if you want to record a separate brothel,
yes, let's do that. Do
it.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Special brothel episode. That's amazing.
That sounds rad. Yeah.
All right, excellent. Knobolas,
only.
Will. Yes, OnlyFans only. So yes. only drams. So all right.
Only drams.
Fun fact: the Whiskey Dictionary sells a shirt that says "only drams" on it. All right. Anyway,
I tried to get that username and it was all taken. Was it you, Bill?
it probably was me. All right. Anyway, thank you guys all for playing. Thank you everybody for joining us, and everybody who was watching in the future. Thank you. If anybody's interested, we do also make this as a podcast. So if you find yourself behind on episodes, feel free to re-watch or re-listen, I suppose, and leave a review. I would appreciate it. It helps a lot on podcasts, like way more than you'd think. So,
Yes.
anybody have anything? Actually, Jason, when is your next Matt Madness? Do you know?
We haven't. We're trying to work on a date right now. We're not
Okay.
not quite there yet. We yeah. I mean, with the holiday weekend coming up, it won't be this weekend away. So probably I think June. It might be that second Friday in June, maybe like June 6th or June 9th. I forgot what it is. On
69.
offhand.
All right.
69. Yeah, so yeah, get to rematch. Me and Dan went head to head in the Scotsman Whiskey Society, back and forth. So
Fantastic.
see how Matt Madness goes. Yep.
Well, I hope you beat him.
Let's do it.
We'll root for you for sure.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
everybody.
I gotta get.
Let's go dark side.
I gotta get. Sure, not great. And I'm like, okay, yeah. And then I taste it. I'm like, wow, my nose was very wrong. And then,
Yeah, it's
so I gotta get
incredible
better
how
with nosing
wrong
around.
it's incredible how wrong you can be on those things. I was shocked. All right, well, everybody, we will see you next week, next Monday, and supposedly look for a new episode with Knobolas and I probably in between now and then. Other than that, look for any sort of recap episodes I might be posting. I'm going to try to keep those up every 5 episodes so that if you fall behind, it'll be easy to catch up. All right. Anybody else have anything they'd like to say before we sign off for the night?
Nope.
Fantastic.
Nope.
All right. Well,
Subscribe, do all the things.
sounds good. All right. Check the description, and we'll see you guys next week. Cheers.
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 Yes.